Welcome back to our channel, Searsma. If we're being honest here, most men are absolutely blind when it comes to noticing female attraction. They think a woman will walk up, declare her feelings, and make it obvious. But that's not how it works. Women are subtle, strategic, and often leave tiny signals for the man who knows how to read them. The truth is, if you don't understand these signals, you'll miss golden opportunities right in front of you. And here's the controversial part. Women rarely chase, but they can stand. They'll show you small, almost invisible behaviors that separate them and they're drawn to from the men they ignore. Most guys brush these off as random, when in reality, they're flashing in signs of attraction. The difference between being the guy she dreams about and the guy she forgets lies in recognizing these cues. In this video, I'm going to reveal 7 things one men do only when they're genuinely attracted to you. Once you see them, you'll never mistake interest for politeness again. She finds reasons to be close to you. She finds reasons to be close to you. One of the strongest signals of attraction isn't in her words. It's in the space she allows you to occupy. A woman who's attracted to you will unconsciously find ways to close the distance. She'll step closer when shit talks, lean in when you speak, or position herself near you, even when shit doesn't have to. This is not random, it's psychology. Humans naturally protect their personal space. And if she's breaking that invisible boundary for you, it's because she feels drawn to your presence. Most men miss this. They assume her standing closer is coincidence, or worse, they brush it off entirely. But here's the truth. Women are not careless with proximity. If she isn't interested, she'll keep her distance. If she is, she'll look for subtle excuses to shrink the gap. Maybe she sits next to you instead of across. Maybe she'll stand shoulder to shoulder even when the room isn't crowded. Maybe she lingers a little too long when brushing past you. These micro moments are signals, and here's where most guys fail. They either ignore it and act clueless, or they pounce on it with neediness. Both kill attraction, the stoic man. However, notices without overreacting. He doesn't suddenly lean in like a desperate puppy, nor does he shy away nervously. He stays calm, confident, and grounded. His body language a communist. I see what you're doing, and I'm comfortable here. That quiet strength makes her want to come even closer. Picture this. She sits next to you at a cafe when there were plenty of empty chairs. She shifts her seat just slightly so your arms brush when you move. If you panic, apologize, or move away, you failed her test. If you lean in too aggressively, you've suffocated her interest. But if you hold your ground, keep your frame relaxed, and let the closeness naturally breathe, she feels safe and intrigued at the same time. Here's the controversial truth. Women rarely make grand gestures to show attraction. They don't announce it. Instead, they send these small invitations through closeness. And if you can't read them, you'll always think women are confusing. They're not confusing. You're just not paying attention. So, the first undeniable sign she's attracted to you. She moves closer, not just physically, but energetically, and the man who knows how to stay calm in that moment will always stand out from the rest. 2. She mirrors your energy and movements. Attraction isn't always loud or obvious. It often shows up in the smallest reflections. When a woman is drawn to you, she subconsciously begins to mirror your behavior. If you lean back, she leans back. If you cross your arms a few moments later, she might do the same. If you slow your voice, she slows hers. This isn't coincidence, it's biology. Mirroring is one of the oldest human bonding mechanisms. It's her body's way of saying, I feel connect to you. Most men never notice it. They think she's just comfortable, or they overlook these little cues entirely. But truth is, women don't mirror men they're not interested in. In fact, they do the opposite. They create distance. They disengage. They break rhythm, so when you see her syncing up with you, it's a flashing sign that she's tuned in. Now, here's where men usually miss this up. They either don't catch signal, or they get overexcited and try to exaggerate it. It's making things awkward. That ruins the natural flow. A stoic man handles it differently. He notices the mirroring, but he doesn't force it. He doesn't start testing her or copying her back like a clown. Instead, he stays grounded, keeps leading the interaction, and lets her keep following his energy. Picture this. You're talking with her, and you lean in slightly. Within seconds, she does the same. You gesture with your hands, and she mirrors the motion in her own subtle way. She even matches your tone and pace of speaking. That's not random. It's her aligning herself with you emotionally. If you're calm, she becomes calm. If you're animated, she mirrors that spark. This is how women silently show attraction without saying a word. And here's the part most guys don't realize. Mirroring is not just physical. It's emotional too. If she's genuinely into you, she'll reflect your mood. You're confident. She feels more confident. You're relaxed. She relaxes. But if you're insecure, anxious, or needy, she'll mirror that energy as well, and it will kill the attraction. This is why mastering your frame is everything. So, the second undeniable sign she's attracted to you. She mirrors you, not because she's pretending, but because of her subconscious is pulling her closer. A woman's body doesn't lie when she reflects your energy. It's her silent way of saying she's invested, and if you can recognize it, you'll know exactly where you stand. 3. She plays with her appearance around you plays with her appearance around you. When a woman is attracted to a man, she doesn't always say it directly. Instead, her body language betrays her. One of the most telling signs is the way she starts adjusting, fixing, or playing with her appearance when you're around. Maybe she tucks her hair behind her ear, smooths her dress, adjusts her necklace, or even checks her reflection in her phone screen while sitting across from you. These aren't accidents. These are subconscious signals. She's sending a message, I want to look my best for you. Most men miss this entirely. They think she's just fidgeting or bored. But here's the truth. Women are master self-presentation. They know exactly how they appear, and when they're interested, they'll instinctively want to elevate their appearance in your presence. She wants to catch your eye without having to beg for attention. Here's the mistake most men make. They either ignore these signals completely, or they call them out awkwardly. Why are you fixing your hair so much? Wrong move. That kills the natural tension. The stoic man handles it differently. He notices, but he doesn't comment like a nervous teenager. Instead, he holds his firm, maintains calm eye contact, and lets her subtle adjustments work in his favor. Imagine this scenario. You're talking with her, and as you speak, she suddenly starts twirling a strand of her hair. She glances at you, then quickly looks away with a small smile. Or maybe you're sitting together and she casually runs her fingers across her lips or adjusts her house. These little behaviors are not random. They're her subconscious way of drawing your attention to her femininity. And here's where the psychology gets even deeper. Playing with her appearance isn't just about vanity. It's about vulnerability. By fixing her hair, touching her neck, or adjusting her clothes, she's exposing subtle areas of attraction. She's giving you a glimpse of her softer side, showing that she cares about how you see her. If she didn't care, she wouldn't bother. So here's the third undeniable sign she's attracted to you. She starts playing with her appearance in your presence. It's her way of communicating desire without words. Man who notices without overreactingly separates himself from their clueless guy she meets. 4. She gives you her attention in a distracted world. Gives you her attention in a distracted world. In today's world, attention is the most valuable currency. Everyone is glued to their phones, scrolling endlessly, checking notifications, and half listening to conversations. So, when a woman puts her phone down, locks her eyes on you, and gives you her full focus, understand this. She's showing attraction. Women don't waste energy on men they didn't care about. If she's leaning in, asking you questions, laughing at your jokes, and making the effort to stay engaged, it's not politeness, it's interest. Most men completely misread this. They assume she's just being nice, or that it doesn't mean anything. But let's be brutally honest. Women are experts at ignoring men they're not interested in. They'll keep their answers short. They'll look around their room. They'll accidentally check their phone. And they'll find an excuse to leave. So when she's doing the opposite, when she's actually present with you, that's attraction in action. Here's where men ruin it. They get overexcited by her attention and start overcompensating, talking too much, bragging, or trying too hard to impress her. That flips Thephram, and she instantly feels the energish. A stoic man, however, understands how her attention is a gift, not a green light to perform. He doesn't rush to fill every silence. He doesn't flutter with stories. He simply stays grounded, listens with intent, and matches her presence with his own calm focus. That contrast is magnetic. Picture this. You're sitting with her in a busy cafe. People are walking around. Conversations are happening everywhere. Notifications are buzzing on her phone. But instead of drifting off, she's tuned into you. She's holding eye contact, asking follow-up questions, and responding with genuine curiosity. Maybe she even ignores a call or flips your phone over so she can stay locked in. That's not random. That's priority. She's choosing you over the noise of Theward. And here's the controversial. Women don't give this kind of attention to just anyone. They save it for the men who stand out, the ones who make them feel curious, safe, and intrigued. So, if she's giving you her time and focus in a world full of distractions, it's one of the clearest signs she's attracted to you. The question is, are you grounded enough to recognize it? Or are you too busy trying to impress her to see what's right in front of you? 5. She finds excuses to finds excuses to touch you to cue. Touch is one of the most powerful indicators of attraction. A woman who isn't interested will guard her personal space like a fortress. She'll avoid unnecessary contact, keep her hands to herself, and make sure there's a safe distance between you. But she's drawn to you, that all changes. She'll start looking for excuses, subtle, seemingly innocent reasons, to bridge that physical gap. Maybe she'll playfully taps your arm when she laughs. Maybe she brushes lint off her shirt. Maybe she lets her hand linger on your shoulder just a second too long. These aren't accidents. They're invitations. Most men don't see it for what it is. They either dismiss touches as casual friendliness, or they ruin the moment by overreacting, grabbing her hand, pulling her closer, or escalating too fast. That destroys natural tension. The stoic man, however, recognizes the signal without booming. Needy. He doesn't flinch, doesn't freeze, and doesn't pounce. He allows the touch, stays calm in his from, and lets her feel comfortable on it to do it again. Think about it. Physical touch is vulnerable. For a woman, reaching out to touch you, even in small ways, is her way of testing if you can handle intimacy without losing composure. If you panic or stiffen up, you fail the test. If you act desperate and overexcited, you fail even harder. But if you remain steady, relaxed, and composed, you pass. She feels safe, desired, and intrigued all at once. Imagine you're walking side by side and she accidentally bumps into you. Boot doesn't pull away immediately. Or you're sitting together and she lets your leg brush yours under the table. If she wasn't attracted, she would have shifted instantly. But if she stays there lingering and thick intact, that's a silent message. I want to be close to you. Here's the controversial truth. Women don't touch men they're not into. In fact, they avoid it completely. So, when she starts finding reasons to close that gap, pay attention. It's one of the clearest, most primal signals of attraction. And if you can stay grounded in thoughts, if you can let the tension breathe instead of rushing to break it, you'll separate yourself from every man who doesn't know how to handle a woman's lant invitation. 6. She remembers the little things you say, little things. You say attraction to scent, just show up in how a woman looks at you or touches you. It shows a pin what she remembers. When a woman is drawn to you, she pays attention in a way most men overlook. She locks on toe-to-tails that others would forget. Maybe You casually mentioned your favorite coffee, and the next time she'll chase you, she brings it up. Maybe you told her a small story about your childhood, and weeks later she recalls it word for word. Maybe you shared your goals or frustrations, and she circles back to ask how it's going. That's not politeness. That's investment. Most men underestimate this. They think attraction is only about physical cues, but in reality, women show their interest through attention to detail. A woman who doesn't care won't remember what you said yesterday, let alone a week ago. She'll forget your stories, your preferences, and your struggles best. They don't matter to her. But when she's into you, she files those details away because you matter. Here's the mistake many guys make. When a woman recalls something small, they brush it off like it's nothing. They didn't realize that her remembering is a sign of genuine interest. The stoic man, however, understands the weight of it. He doesn't overreact or gush with excitement. But he recognizes that her effort to remember is her way of saying, "You're important enough for me to keep in mind," and he rewards that not with neediness, but with appreciation and calm acknowledgement. Picture this. You mentioned once that you had a big meeting coming up. A week later, she asks you, "Hey, how did that meeting go?" Or maybe said your favorite band, Anthe. Next time she sees a poster, she sends it to you. That's not coincidence. It's her attraction speaking through Momori. She's showing you that she's tuned in, that she's paying attention to a man she wants more from. And here's the controversial truth. Women don't give this kind of mental energy to men they're not interested in. Their minds are selective. And if you're not significant, you won't make the cut. So when she remembers the little things, the details you thought were throwaway, that's her way of proving you're different from the rest. And the man who notices this, who values it without becoming needy, instantly rise in her eyes. 7. She opens up and shows you. Her vulnerability. She opens up and shows you. Her vulnerability, one of the clearest signs a woman is genuinely attracted to you, is when she begins to drop the mask and let you seethe. Side she hides from most people. Attraction isn't just about laughter, flirting, or physical closeness. It's about emotional risk. When a woman feels drawn to you, she'll start sharing more than surface-level chatter. She let you in on her fears, her dreams, her frustrations, and even her insecurities. That's not weakness, that's trust. And trust is born from attraction. Most men miss how powerful this is. They think every woman opens up the same way to every guy. But that couldn't be further from the truth. Women are selective with vulnerability. With men, they don't care about. Conversations stay shallow and safe, whether work, casual gossip. But with Eamon they're truly drawn to, they'll go to purr. They'll talk about what scares them, what excites them, or what they're secretly struggling with. That's her way of saying, "I feel safe with you." Here's where guys mess it up. Instead, off listening, they rush to fix her problems or start judging what she shares. That instantly kills the attraction because you shows you can't handle her honesty. A stoic man approaches this differently. He doesn't panic. He doesn't overreact. He simply listens with presence, acknowledges what she shares, and makes her feel understood. That steady calmness is what makes her want to open up even more. Picture this. You're sitting together, and she suddenly shifts from joking around to telling you about a difficult time in her life. Maybe it's a family issue. Maybe it's something she's anxious about. Or maybe it's just they're admitting a personal flaw. If she wasn't attracted to you, she'd keep that guarded. But with you, she lets it out. That's attraction on a deeper level. It's not just physical. It's emotional. And here's the controversial truth. Women don't show vulnerability to men. They don't respect or desire. They won't risk it. Vulnerability is reserved for man they see as strong enough to carry it without judgment. Steady enough to listen without crumbling, and masculine enough to make her feel safe while she reveals it. If she's opening up, it's because she wants you closer, not just to her body, but to her world. And that's the ultimate sign she's truly attracted. Now, I want to hear from you. Outro, have you noticed any of these signs before, but maybe ignored them or misread them? Drop your experiences in the comments below. I go through them personally, and I'll share feedback where I can. Don't just watch passively. Get involved, because that's how you'll learn faster. And listen, if you found value in this breakdown, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because in the next video, I'm going to expose the one hidden behavior women secretly test you with before they ever consider taking you seriously. Trust me, you don't want Thomas it. I'll see you in the next.